What's good, everybody? Back with another video. Oh man, he going to get some chicken. He coming to get some. He wanted to get some chicken. Hold on, I gotta yell at somebody real quick. I gotta yell at someone real quick. Oh hell yeah, I gotta yell at someone real quick. Actually, this place, when I used to eat that food years ago, used to be my favorite spot. I mean, it's like they put crack in the food in there. It was so good. The chicken. I think it's different owners now, but this place, I mean, it was like crazy. It really was. It really was crazy. But I'm about to go yell at him real quick. Because he ain't overweight, he's obese. And he's a good friend of mine. He's like an uncle, like family. Actually, he was just behind me. I just left his house. And he's supposed to be headed to pick up his daughter. But yeah, he's in the goddamn chicken store.
All I have is $4.
You know? So I'm about to do a little yelling at him. But anyways, I'm tired. Yo, man, what you doing in there? Yo, man, don't try to get my mind off. What the hell you doing in there? Nah. I done tried to help this guy's health. Yo, man. No, I don't want to hear what you got to say. What is you doing in here?
Give me something to eat, man.
Earl, you know better than that.
Chicken?
Earl, you don't need to be nowhere around here.
Man, I only got 3 pieces. Did you see? I know.
That. No. You don't need to be doing that.
I know, my God. Dang. I had to take it down. Give me my gas money, I'm broke.
One of these.
I know. I only got 6 pieces of chicken, man. 6 pieces of soda. I'm going. I got to ride. I'm going to get Nook to ride. I'm going by myself because my daughter don't like me praying people. You know what I mean?
I know.
She like to ride along and talk. I don't even want to tell her. I'm just going to hit the road right now.
All right. I just
give
came
me
to
my
yell
gas.
at
I need gas money. I know you did, but
yell at you.
You know you pull off. You don't need to see, but good God.
Gas for what?
My truck. I guess you give me 20 bucks for the thing.
All right, yeah.
All right, that's good.
All right,
I don't know what it costs.
Call me when you come back.
Yes. All right. Well, what are you doing? I thought you were going to wash the truck.
I am.
All right.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey. Hey, how you been, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you, man.
It's all good?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Good guy right there. Good guy. I stay out of the hood, but when I come to the hood, I know a lot of people in Rochester. But anyways, he only getting 6 pieces of the wings. But you know, some people you can't help, man. It's like waking people up, you know. Nothing you could do. You know. So but anyways, what's up, everybody? Sorry about that. It's like waking people up. There's nothing you can do. It's actually really nice out. I mean, when it's 50 degrees in late November in Rochester, it's like a heat wave. You know, a couple more degrees, people start putting their couch on the porch and their TVs and shit. You know, But it feels really, really good outside today. The sun shining, whatever's in the air all across the United States. It's messing everybody up. You know, we're still live, guys. Okay, thanks, Angel. Shout out to Angel Z. Shout out to Angel Baby. She's been chilling in the cut, doing her thing. You know, Virginia last night. What's it? Chesapeake. There he goes. Chesapeake, whatever it is. Virginia. You know, what was it? Andre Bing, the shooter. You know, I mean, for me, my own personal take. Hey, at this point, MK Ultra, mind control, hypnosis, mental illness. People are fucking batshit crazy. It could have happened, but you know, my take on it. The same shit, no real human emotion. You know, I feel like people was just happy because they was getting a bag somewhere. Bag, I mean money. You know, they know, I don't know, just something about it just don't click right with me, you know. And knowing they're using the dude was, you know, I don't know, he was feminine. We know that. So, you know, we put that faction, you know, we only could do it over here. Most of them believe in, you know, gun control. You know, I don't know. I don't know what something's up with that. You know, to have the same, you know, after that shooting over there, now you got this shooting here. You know, shout out to RPM Trey Vietnam. He said he had a clip to where they actually slipped up a little bit. I'm interested to see that clip. I gotta see that clip. Matter of fact, I need to text my brother and tell him to send me that clip. Matter of fact. But he was fired up today, and I understand why. So shout out to RPM Trey. Text him real quick. And I definitely want to see that video because, I mean, we already know what we know, you know, but just a little extra, you know, to show people like, yo, look, this is what they do. And I just talk. So, a slight haze here in Rochester too. Let me flip this camera around. Slight haze here. You know, it's the shit that I don't like to be breathing. You know, slight blue tint haze in the fucking air. Not to mention everybody getting sick and shit. But it's like a blue tint and shit. You know, all the shit I don't study. Whatever this shit is, we all breathing this shit in. And, you know, that's how you getting all these lung issues and shit. You know. And from the research, we found out, you know, shout out to Wise, we done went deep, all kind of shit. And, you know, oxygen definitely plays a role with this technology and growing this shit inside of you. So even if you ain't take the pokey dope, I mean, these people are triple, quadruple, double cross. That whole shit could have just looked like it was. They did what they did. Meanwhile, it's been in the air the whole time. We all getting vaccinated. We don't know, you know. But this blue tent shit, you know, if I come down with some fucking more viral lung issues, after I just got over some from being down in Texas, traveling across the country, picking up all that shit, you know what it is. You know, how could I predict when I'm gonna get some type of issue? And that's why I went in early in August and detoxed my lungs, because I know they doing this shit, you know. And mad people having trouble right now, sick, coughing, hacking, wheezing, RSV they call it now, you know. So let me see. He said my son school has some drill right at the same time. A shooter blocked from the school. I wasn't in the school involved, but the cops were already there. Damn. So, yeah, man. Other than that, man, I didn't get no sleep last night. I'm gonna go park at the top of the hill here in Rochester. I didn't get no sleep last night. I mean, I did. I fell asleep, but I woke up like, I kid you not, 3:39. You know, every time I wake, and the night before that, I didn't get much sleep. I woke up at 3:36. Like literally, I wake up. And I know when this is the wake up where I'm not shutting back off. I grab the phone, I look, it'll be 333, 336, 339, any form of those numbers, always the same time. Last night it was 339. Woke up, boom. I must have been somewhere, I don't know, but man, I was streaming like there's nobody's business, man. Like it was just, man, I had got so much information last night. It was crazy. I couldn't shut my brain off. Literally, I was up from 3:39 all the way till now. Like I didn't go back to sleep. I tried after like 6 o'clock, after taking in all this information, I just couldn't. I just like, man, I gotta go to sleep because I don't want to be tired all day. And it wasn't shut off. It just kept going. I even put on meditation music. It made it more intensified. More thoughts coming through, more shit linking shit together. Like, I'm like, damn, what the fuck was I doing before I woke up? Where was I? Where does this information come? And then while all that was going on, I'm like, well, I know when these things happen, you know, I should be writing it down, taking notes. And I'm like, I can't go live streaming because I was literally putting together a whole live stream in my mind of what I'm about to drop all this shit. And I'm like, still tired, too lazy to, you know, really grab the phone and like try to like write, text all the, writing a notepad, all the shit that was coming to my mind. Like I was like physically lazy, but spiritually lit and connected. And I was just laying there. I'm like, yeah, I know I should be doing that. And I'm like, well, I can't live stream because it'll be retarded, you know, trying to live stream my thoughts at night. It'd be retarded, which it really wouldn't be, but I just don't feel like I can do it. I said I could record a video and just talk about my thoughts and upload it later, or just remember it, because I know I won't remember because that amnesiac state, you know, from the other side. So I also was like, well, I could use voice memo and just speak all the stuff that's coming to me and then go back later and then I'll remember to talk about it. And, you know, I was too lazy to do it. I was like, man, all this shit coming to me, man, it's already 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. As soon as the sun's starting, I see the sky getting light. I'm like, I'm going to be up anyway, so I'll remember. Man, it gets to like, I must have dozed off at like 7:30 to like 7:30 something. And when I opened my eyes again, sun was like, the sky was lit, sun wasn't up yet. And I didn't remember any fucking thing. And I'm like, damn, it'll always come in later. You know, you don't never forget. It'll always come in later. But it was like, damn, man, I was streaming. I know I was streaming because I got a headache. You know, like, it's not a headache. It's like it comes from your like your neck, the bottom of your neck, and goes up into the back of your head because all this information is streaming and it's got to flow. And, you know, for whatever reason, you know, through blockage or whatever, you know, I get a headache. You know, I got a headache. I still got a slight one right now. And, you know, I didn't remember shit, man. And I'm like, damn. And it was some crazy information. I remember like bits and pieces, but I really don't remember to put it together to like drop to y'all. It'll come later. You know, that's always what happens. It'll come later, man. But it was just like so deep and dope. And it's crazy because I'm going to a hill. And one of the things I do remember was, you know, it was about, you know, the universe and your connectedness to the universe, and how, you know, our bodies are, you know, are how can I put it? Our bodies are, you know, we're not in our body. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not in our body. Like Rick James. What's good, Fake Mike Real News? Like Rick James, if you was here, yeah, I would see you, a physical you, but I'm not really seeing you, the true essence of who you are. I don't see you. You know, and that's what we don't understand about this reality. And they actually show it to you, and they actually put it in words. You know, it goes back to the words that they use, the spell that they cast over us to keep us not understanding, but still actually, when you look at the words, they're actually telling us about this shit, you know? And then it went into where I was like thinking about the psychopaths, and I'm like, are they really psychopaths? Or are they trying to tell us something? Or is it just all us in the universe trying to tell us something on this journey? You know, it was just so much information coming through, man. It was so dope and so beautiful. And, you know, man, it looks beautiful up here. It's beautiful when the trees are here, but it's beautiful when there is no trees, because you can see the skyline of the city and shit over here. Like, boom. Like, up top of Rochester. So, yeah. Can y'all hear me clear? So, sit up here and maybe some thoughts will tap back in. And it's like, it was just like, man, it was so much information streaming, man. It was just so beautiful. It was like, man, I was just like lit open, man. And I just wish I would have retained it all, because I was like, yeah, this is going to be good to talk about. It'll come back slowly in bits and pieces, man, you know. But yeah, so, you know, what was I talking about? Oh, like, you know, like when we observe people, like say, you know, Angel or Fake Mike Real News, you know, in reality is we only see in the physical part of them. We don't really see the true essence of who they are, man. And it's like, when you start going deep, man, and I'm talking deep, it's like the water effect. You know what I'm saying? If you ever been in a boat, if you ever been out on a lake, you know, and you knew the depth of it or whatever, it's like, that's our reality, you know, and like, we can go that deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be on the surface and feel, you know, like you're on the surface. Like, okay, you're on the surface, but in reality, are you on the surface? Because when you look at that depth finder and that shit says 160 feet, you know how fucking high you are. But then, you know, I've done that before. And then I start getting like heights, scared of heights. I'm like, wait, I'm on the water, but I'm scared of heights, because I done tricked my mind to remove the layer of water to know that I'm up that high. And only thing that's actually holding me up is liquid, is water. And I'm 160 feet above the surface, you know? And sometimes we jump in the lake and go swimming, you get that scared of heights feeling. It's like, you know, I don't know, it's hard to explain, man. And you know, it's crazy, man. And just so many things just come to you, and it's like, you know, it's like then you look at stuff like, you know how they say you could move mountains, and then you realize you could actually move a mountain. Like, you start understanding, you know, certain things, and then you put into a spiritual perspective, a physical perspective of you and your body. And then I know we got to use their science to explain shit, but you know, you have like matter and density in your body, and it's like we know our body's vibrating at a certain frequency because it can be penetrated. You know what I'm saying? So it's a density and a matter thing, you know. And reality is, how can stuff come in our body, but like we can't like go through our body. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so hard to put into words, man. You know, but it's crazy because like I had all these concepts last night and I was breaking them down and like the information was coming to like justify it more. So I'm kind of like recapping, but it was just so much. But anyways, what's good? Yeah, exactly. What's good, Zach, Fake Mike, Rick James, Angel? Yeah, they are, man. They are waiting for you to drop the video on your side, but I checked it out, I skimmed through it real quick, and I'm like, God damn, again. You know, the things that stick out to me is the shooter is LGBT. I mean, you know, it doesn't take a rocket science to see the femininity in that shooter. And, you know, the emotions. I mean, it's just, I think, me personally, I think it was staged. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I think it was staged. And people got paid, you know, because even they interviewed the sheriff. He was just like, didn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. And he was like, you know, when shit happens, there's a somber tone over people. If you've seen all these bodies and all this death and all this shit, you a different motherfucker. You are different. You ain't coming out there talking to the media like this and explaining it. Watch how he explain it. It don't make sense. It don't he don't add up to the script. And of course, the FBI is there. You know, we already know what time it is. You know, there's been shootings in Rochester. 4 or 5 people get shot. FBI don't show the fuck up right then and there. No, because it's some shit that really fucking happened. Some motherfucker done went some crazy shit. You know, I mean, think about this shit. It was a mass shooting with a cop. It's not on news. She shot 2 people, 1 dead, and then shot herself. That's a mass shooting, honestly. And she was gonna kill the goddamn kids. You don't even hear about that, you know. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But you know, back to what I was talking about you know, this reality, man. You know, and you just look at just these shootings, man. Like here in Rochester too, the 12-year-old boy was walking with a 16-year-old. Somebody shoots them. 16-year-old runs. 12-year-old shot dead. A 12 years old dead shot right there, dead, right there on spot. They found a 16-year-old at a nearby residence, and they were helped stop the bleeding. And you know, he's in the hospital with life-altering injuries. You know, I mean, you know, so the shit could have happened, or it could just be staged. We don't know, but we know the agenda's clear. They're going to be screaming gun control, and the LGBT community. You know, it's kind of like, damn, they just used it for the other one. Now they use it for this, and this was the shooter. What kind of sick, twisted game are they playing? You know, unless nobody's going to pick up on that this was possibly you know, I mean, it is what it is. Might have been his, you know, are they going to talk about his orientation? You know, Andre Bing, are they going to talk about he identifies as he, she, he, whatever the fuck the other news was doing up there in goddamn Colorado Springs. That was some odd ass shit. Why are they doing that? Don't make no fucking sense. The families want them to be remembered, you know, and this is how they identify. Oh, what the fuck? You mean to tell me they want to be remembered by their fucking gender and not who the fuck they were and what they did and how they contributed to the family or the community or whatever the fuck they were into? You wanted them to come on here and say they identify as he, she, or she, he, she. What the fuck kind of sick and twisted shit is this? If anybody watches that, I mean, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? I mean, there's no way. You mean to tell me you went through all this and the family wanted you to talk about this about their fucking kid? You must be crazy. Your kid got murdered and you want them to know they're a he, she, or he, she. Instead of saying, well, I would have been happy with, well, they was a transgender and they wanted to, you know, express themselves, and this is how they did it. They were a loving, daughter, son, and they just identify. I would have accepted that, but they just came and just said that. What is that? What kind of sick and twisted shit is that? It doesn't even make any sense, man. It really doesn't. It's just mind-blowing that anybody could watch that and say, does this make sense? It's even weirder if they didn't even, it's just some weird ass shit. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Identifies as he, or he, or she, or whatever the fuck they were saying, but it's something in the longs of them lines. I'm like, well, that's all the family wanted you to know? I mean, come the fuck on. I would like to interview them. Hey, listen, why the fuck would you just come on and tell the fam? This is what you wanted the world to know? Well, what else about? What else? That's all they were good at. I'd be very upset if I was a family member. Like, damn, this is all they wanted to say. Get out of here. It just blows my mind, man. It really does. It blows my mind, the reality we live in America, man. And that's when it goes like, what is American? What are we under? Ain't no culture. American culture is what? Stupidity, dumbness, the epitome of the fucking world, But Americans think they live high up and high in mind, the illusion, Rather the dumbest fucking, not us, obviously, but you look at people as a whole, they're dumb as fuck. They don't help each other. They don't stick together. They got all the means to do everything. Meanwhile, you got third world countries that help each other, that try to survive. Yeah, they have their fucking problems because look what they're getting. But look, this is supposed to be a civilized, organized nation, and the people can't even fucking get along. People don't care about each other. It's pathetic, man. And then you start looking at stuff. You start looking at, okay, look at, hold on. Look at what they're doing. Hold on. Yeah. All right, look at it's like it's like if you have you look at what is it? You look at what people say you got come here, you got free will. And this is a love and light community bullshit too. You got free will, like we come here with free will. We don't fucking come here with no free will. Where does that even come from? Like, how do we come here with free will? We don't have free will. People got shit twisted. There's no free. We come in this realm, all right? We come in here. We come into this realm butt ass naked with nothing. We leave this realm butt ass naked with nothing. And then you got to start to understand, like, what are these psychopaths actually doing? Own nothing and be happy. Are they telling us something? Because we do get asphyxiated and confused with our reality. Even us that are awake, it just is what it is. We get confused on what our purpose is here. What is the understanding? What is this school we done been put into? We done came to this world for something. When you start going deep, you just start asking yourself, like, what is this? How do we get it? Why are we here? And are we here? Can we look back in the 1700s and 1800s? Is that our reality? Is that truly our reality? Like, what are we? What are we? Because we know there's things we have to know. We know we're streaming inside of our body. We know we're not, this body is just a vehicle, which is a universe and a piece of the universe. It's the moving part of the universe. As above, so below, as in, as without. Everything inside of you is out of you, you know? And people don't understand that, the stars above you, the sun, the moon, we're all a part of the universe. We're just an individual piece moving in the universe. Every step we take is us moving with the universe. Every step forward, every step you take, the universe forms underneath you. You could say, oh, we're on the every step forward. Without you making that step forward, it don't exist. Without you observing it, don't exist. You have to have all these senses to observe this universe. And then people say, oh, what about blind people? They can't observe this universe. Yeah, they still are. They still are in this universe, or they can't, deaf and blind. I don't know. We don't know we don't know what it is like to be like that, but you see them, they're functioning in this universe, though they can't see it, but their body is a computer, so it's going to compute that, okay, they're sitting in a chair, they're walking, they're moving, their body's still communicated, it's just cut off from certain things, that they're in this realm of existence. The sensories tell them that they're here, But anyways, I'm just going off in a tangent, and I'm trying to put things together, But I mean, it is, man, when you start to look at our reality, man, it's like, what is it? What are we supposed to be doing? What are we truly supposed to be doing? You look at nature, yeah, we all love nature. We know we're a part of nature, but we're a different kind of intelligence, Look what humanity has done to fucking nature, We ravage nature to build homes on it. That's already against the laws of nature and out of balance. You done killed and ravaged to build something artificial that nature will take over eventually anyways. So the true power is actually nature, because one thing about nature is nature understands when the human field is around. This by, houses and land and property. If a human occupies it, there won't be any, even roads. Look at this road in front of me. If no one came up here for 1 year, all right, this road would be growing fucking weeds through the fucking roadway. No one comes around. Okay, nobody comes around here and fucking clips roadway dirt. Plants. They come when shit stops. You ever see an old roadway? It's not in use no more. Shit start growing all over it. How does that happen? People say, oh, because the cars travel on it and it does this and does that. No, that's not true. Because even a road that's barely traveled down won't do that. And the same thing with a house. You move out of a house, let that house sit for a year. The bugs come. Nature just starts to automatically come and just take that shit over. But when you're in there, you won't see the bugs. They'll stay away. You haven't sprayed any pesticides. Some people do, but they stay away. They stay hidden. You leave that bitch, there's cobwebs, there's all kind of shit, spiders and all kind of shit coming in because they know you're gone, And then you got to look at the power of the human being, Think about this shit. So just think about this stuff, man. So, okay, what be going on? Let me see. Order out of chaos, 74. Well, with me here, do me a favor, elaborate on what you said in yesterday's video about you think I go too far sometimes. Fake Mike does have evidence. Wait, what are we talking about here? Sometimes I think the guy is mentally ill, conspiracy there, stereotype talking about what delusion. I won't be on tonight, but I got some. Oh, what I said about go too far. Well, not go too far. I mean, gotta realize what's going on. A lot of stuff is created from the way we react to things, and then and I get it. Sometimes we go too far, but I mean, far is like with anger with people. We can't control how another person acts. We could just be the example. Sometimes we go too far, and what I mean by too far is we might snap on people. I've done it too in my life. Snap on someone after I was like, man, I shouldn't have did that. But then my other mind will say, you know what, they deserved it. But then it'll say, you know what, did they really deserve it? Am I angry? I look at myself and say, am I angry at something? Because I know for a fact what we observe is just a reflection of us. I know that's a fact. That's not even undeniable. And that goes to what I was talking that some of that stuff came to me last night. When I help people, I look at, okay, I just did that for that person, and then they'll say thank you, but I don't want no thank you. I did that because if you're doing better, then that lets me know that I'm doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing better because you're doing better. I see you grow. I love that. I love when people grow. If somebody fails, then I feel bad because I feel like I failed. Because that comes from understanding that you are a piece of them. No matter what it is, we're all reflections of each other. People can believe whatever they want. This just comes from experience in my life, and so I have this understanding to know that there's something in this person because they're in my universe and I'm in their universe and they're around me, or their frequency is tangled with me somehow. So therefore I know that they're a part of me in some certain way. And that's why we leave motherfuckers in the back, because their purpose is said and done. Their purpose is no longer like me and my mom. My mom died 2/2/22. But my mom was dead 3 years ago, 3 years prior to that to me. I already made it up. Me and my family say, you know what? We're not going to watch my mom die the slow ass death. We're not going to go over there every fucking day and sit there and hear her complain about her health, hear her complain about this while she smokes, drinks, and do all this other shit. We're not going to do that. Because we bring convict, we go over there. I can't sit there and talk to her. And my stepdad is watching CNN, cursing at the TV all day, talking about what Trump's doing. And I'm sitting here telling him something. Then he tells me I'm a Trump supporter. You must be a Trump supporter. We don't have to put ourselves in there. We don't have to come over at 6 o'clock and it's your drinking and smoking time and it's a burden to you. We come over there just to say hi, not even get out, and it would be a burden. So I said, you know what? And between my sister, falling out with my sister, see, me and my sister, you guys don't know, we're like Cain and fucking Abel. My sister here in Rochester is the #1 radio station DJ voice here in Rochester. So what she does all day is preaches bullshit and nonsense to the community and political shit, pushes vaccines, wearing masks, all kind of crazy shit. And here I am, the opposite. So we're like Cain and Abel. So it was just no way. And her whole thing was, oh, it's my radio personality. Fuck that. That means you're fake. Well, I got to do this. I was like, yeah, that means you're fake. I'm not a person that's going to be around you and faking with you. I can't do that. So I separated myself, which means I killed the person that I was with them and moved out of my, out of that space. And what happened is, the best decision I ever made, because I never had to watch. My mom is with me, my family every single day, of my life. My mother is there. I smell cigarette smoke in my house. No one smokes, but I smell it. I know that's my mom. I'll see the numbers that pertain to her. So I know she's around. You know what I'm saying? I'll see someone that looks like her. I'm like, oh, that's my mom. She's with us now. She's free. When my mom died and I had the conversation with my kids and shit, you know what we all felt? We didn't have to talk because we have this bond. I said, I'll just say, you guys feel it, right? They all shook their head. Yeah. I said, what do you feel? She's free now and she's with us. Exactly. Everybody's shaking their head at the same time in agreement. Nobody shed one tear. We were felt relieved and good because now my mother is here with us. You know what I'm saying? My mother is here with us. And then my sister, she tried to put the guilt on me. You stop talking to your mom. You say, she died. And, she was so sad. I mean, no, she wasn't, because I visited her 2 months prior to that. And when I visited her, when we left, I said, me and the kids left, I said, She's gone. She's done. So all of that for years, she was so happy. It was like we got closure then. And I already know. I'm like, she's gone. She hasn't been out the house. She's scared of my sister scared her of the Mr. 19. I said, I didn't even want to do it. And when I was there, my mom was reassuring me, and the universe was showing me that my sister was still in control of her thoughts and mind, because my mom said, oh, you know, your sister's been helping me out so much, and you know, I've been doing so much more healthy stuff, and she's taking me to the doctors and this and that. I let it go. I said, this is for my mom. This is for her, because I know she's gone, and I feel it in my heart. She's gone. I'm not gonna put any resistance against this. I'm letting go right here. And she was so happy. She hugged me, the kids, and it was like so happy to see us. And then we said, you know, simply, hey, I'm always here. You mean, you know, it is what it is. And right 2 months after that, you know, boom, see ya. She was gone. Why? Because my sister went and got her the, you know what, the Pokem Dokum, which solidified my position, you know, in understanding what the fuck's going on. And my sister didn't want to tell me about it. The day my mom died, she didn't call or nothing till the next day. I get a call, I don't even know the fucking number. And I'm like, who is this? And then she texts, this is your sister. Oh, as soon as she said that, I said, my mom, she gonna tell me my mom died. And she tells me, you know, I call her up. Well, I just want to let you know yesterday night, you know, Ma was in the hospital. I was like, I already know. You ain't got to tell me. I said, I already know what time it is. And then she immediately exploded on me. It's because she just went all, it's my fault. And this is the thing I got in my life. Anything that happens to anybody I know, I'm the fault of it. And I don't care. I'll take it. You know, I'm the fault of it. So it's my fault. This and that. I said, look, whatever. You know, she going to try to put the guilt on me, because the guilt is on her, because I had my mom losing weight. I had my mom living a good lifestyle. She went back home to that home in the hood in hell, which I offered to get her out of there and pay for her whole shit. And she still wouldn't do it because of my stepdad, you know, who's an alcoholic and all that other shit. But anyways, long story short is, you know, my sister tried to put that on me, and there's no way you can't put that on me and us. Like, that shit. Okay, if that's in your mind, okay, that's what you want to do. So, you know, we had little words, and that was it. And I said, you know, it's cool. I don't care. And I know that guilt was going to sit with her, because fast forward to today, I ain't got no reason to ever contact her again. She's contacted and dug around the trenches of me trying to throw shots, but I know she just reaching out because she ain't got nobody. You know, she just reaching out, because not to mention that she's also a radio personality who fakes it to make it. She's also into girls. So, you know, my sister's a beautiful woman, okay, beautiful as hell, but she's into girls. And I've always told her, we argued about that. I said, look, you have relationship problems because you're mixing the same energy. What you want, you ain't gonna get. This is why you always attracting the same bullshit. You know, my sister's the girl, and she attracts the guys. And this is why the girls can't stand my ass, you know, because they can feel my energy. I come with that shit. I'm like, you know, I come with it, you know. And I told my sister straight up, this is why I can't talk. I can't be around that, because I'm not fake. And back to what Zach was talking about, I get where you're coming from, where sometimes you gotta be like that. But then sometimes it's like, you know, it's like sometimes I'm like, okay, because when my sister came back, I was nice to her. I'm like, look, I'm always here. The door is open. If you ever want to come up out of that thought process, that world of thinking, it's open, you know. And you got to give them a thrashing, but you got to leave the door back open. You know, I'm a thrash you, but hey, look, I'm here. And it's all out of love. It's not out of hatred sometimes. And that's another thing with this journey is, it looks like hate, but you got so much love in your heart, it has to come out like that. It's like the analogy you use if you got a little kid, 5 years old, and you're standing at the street corner, and your kid runs out into the street, and you're like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Get your ass over here. You might yank him. You might give him a pat on the ass. Like, you don't run in the street. Now, somebody across the street may look at that as, oh my God, so angry and it's abusive. No, that was all love, because you don't want your kid to get hit by a fucking car and possibly get killed. That's out of love. So doing this, some things may look like anger and hatred and whatever. But the reality is, it's you have so much fucking love in your heart. This is how it's got to come out. In the days of padding, our reality are over. You can't really do that. You gotta give it to them raw and direct sometimes, and people ain't gonna like that shit. People not gonna like that, because it looks angry, But the people that get it gonna know, like, damn, man, this motherfucker really care about me. Like, I done did this to people, and they didn't get angry and fucking flex back. They realized, like, damn, I could feel the love. That's why I like in-person shit, like being out in person. You can break somebody down. We literally did that on camera, Zach even done that on camera, breaking down that fucking barrier, breaking it down, and that's a gift to have, So, and that's a little story of, I don't know how I got off on that, but it all goes into, it all goes into this spiritual journey. All right. Because at the end of the day, it's a spiritual journey, because like my situation, my sister, we had it out. And I'm like, I can die today or 20 years. I never have to contact her again about anything. She has never been anything in my kid's life, anything around my life for years. So I got you can't, only way you can come back is come correct, meaning how to deal with me. I'm not gonna be fake. I'm gonna be real. And that goes to anybody that's in your guy's life too. We can't be faking it, because if we fake it, we ain't being real. And we're gonna be down, and we're gonna be stressed, and we're gonna be like in this loop. A lot of people are in the loop because they're just going along with the flow. If you go along with the flow, you're in that cosmic loop and wondering why shit's fucked up, because you got to break that shit. No matter who the fuck it is, you got to get rid of that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker has to go. You got to clear your space and watch the universe place everything you need in your place. And know that going forward, you can't go back to those spaces. That, okay, if this cosmic loop come around and I didn't fix this and this shit comes in and it's the same energy, I got to get out that cosmic loop. I got to get out that shit, because that motherfucker coming right back. Because in this journey, these psychopaths, all right, understand our reality with energy. They got this shit flowing all around us. It's floating like a motherfucker. If you don't believe it, I don't care. That's on y'all. I understand this shit. It's always going to come attack you. You got to know when. That shit will, it's this entity, people say it's CERN or whatever the fuck it is here. And that shit, you can't see it. Energy, frequency, vibration, you can't see it. We all talk about it, but don't understand it. We can't see the shit. We can't see this shit. So therefore, knowing that this shit will jump in somebody you love. And then you be like, why the fuck is going on? What's going on with my kid, my wife, my husband, my sister, my mother, my father, my brother? What's going on with them? They all of a sudden change, like they're all against me and this and that. No, you better look. That's that energy. I always tell people, better check. First off, check yourself, then check your bed, check your house, check your neighborhood, check your community, and check the fucking environment and area you live in, because these motherfuckers is all around. All right. And it's the shit we're going to have to tend to. And you're going to see this in the future when you faced with it. You're going to be somewhere. There's going to be some weird shit. They're going to come up to you, and it's going to be that spirit. And all you got to do is rebuke that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And there's ways to rebuke it. I've been out there at these protests, man. This shit, I know what I'm talking about. It's happened to me. And you rebuke it and see it. It's like, it's like you're living in a fucking weird ass horror movie, man. It's like literally that. Hearing the chants and shit, and then you go home and that shit's going through your fucking head. You know what's going on. I've been to this shit. I go home, I'm like, why the fuck am I saying, no justice, no peace in my head, and like, George Floyd and this and that, and all this shit going through my head. Like, I really had to spiritually cleanse after this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this energy is all the fuck around us, man. This same type of energy, man. It'll jump in somebody, and you're like, why are they tripping? Never feed it. It's kill, steal, and destroy. This entity is those three things: kill, steal, and destroy. Kill meaning killing energy, killing your light, destroy meaning destroying your way, destroying your path, you know, um, um, and then steal. They want to steal you back over to that side. This is what this whole thing is about, man. It's all about the spiritual journey. People don't understand. We got to get off this physical plane of thinking, man. That's what's fucking us up and slowing us down. We're thinking physically, not understanding the power of us together is what they don't want, and people got to get that shit. I've known that since the beginning. I came on YouTube when I first started making videos. It wasn't me making videos about shit I'm talking about. It was about me, like, wow, we should come together. Look at this person. Look at that. We're all on the same page. And still to this day, we can't do that shit. And I know it's because of them. It's the shit that they do. This is why Gematria that Zach puts out is being attacked. Because why? He's out. He's out. Let one of these other motherfuckers get out and do that shit. They're attacked. Think about it. This is what they do. They're attacked. Look what happens when the auditors link up. Magically, they all start getting fucking charges and shit. This is what happens, man. When you get out and you start to move and they want to come stop that shit. That's why it's got to be so many, they can't stop it. Now it's obvious, Now it's obvious. And this is what people got to realize, man. This is a spiritual, whatever you want to think it is. I don't give a fuck if you can't even be an atheist right now. If there's an atheist right now, you got to be completely fucking stupid. You need to go put a bullet in your head because there's no point of living. You have no purpose here. If there's someone who doesn't believe in any thing, that they just come here to die, you need to die. It's people like you that have to go because there's no reason. There's no reason for you to even be here. What is the purpose? It's like tits on a man. It ain't no reason for you to be here. There's no reason. You're a waste of fucking space in this universe. And that's another thing we got to realize. We're all universes. We all are this. We're connected to this shit, man. We are the universe. You know this because you're streamed here. We look like, yeah, right. We look like Fake Mike. We look like Herb AV. We look like Miss Brooks, but we not that. That's our physical appearance, right? Because when you start busting that shit down, where we come from? Where we come from is uglier than a motherfucker. We come from a sperm and an egg. We come from the microscopic world, guys. That's where we come from. The inside of our body is an entire fucking universe, man. All the shit that goes on in our body, as above, so below. I mean, our body is more complex than the fucking earth itself. And we put so much power in these people to think they figured it out. They ain't figure out our body. The technology that's outside of our body is what they're using against us. It's like the dolphin. They say the dolphin was living on land and said, fuck that, because a dolphin is the most intelligent fucking mammal, if not being, on this planet. They said the dolphin was on land and said, fuck that, and evolved into the water because in the water, it's free. In the water, it's free. It's too hard here. You ever heard the story of the dolphin? It's told that it was too hard here to live, to get food. That motherfucker went in the ocean, said, boom, the food's everywhere. I could float. I don't need shelter. This is my shelter. And it's intelligence with communications. You think this shit ain't on these cell phones? Come on, man. When they was exploring the ocean, they probably was trying to figure out, okay, how the fuck does this dolphin work? How does this dolphin work? And if you know about dolphins and pregnancies and what they do, like with a human, because they're saying, look up dolphin birth pregnancies. That shit's mind-blowing, man. That's mind fucking blowing. These creatures are beyond intelligent, And think about it. They went to the water because they were like, this shit too fucking hard. They're like, this shit too hard. And you think about this shit, you look at it. Look at it, even take the Matrix out. Look what we got to do to live in this bitch. The elements. The motherfuckers in the water, they ain't got no hurricanes. They ain't got no earthquakes. They ain't got none of that shit. All they got to do is stay in the fucking water, come out and play, have fun, And then with the ships, what do? They learned how to, when ships are going, they learn how to just sit in the fucking current
and just sleep. They be sleep. Look this shit up, man. They be sleeping with these ships. Like they just sleep and take themselves where they need to go. These dolphins, I mean, dolphins are so intelligent, man. What's good, Sammy? You know? So, you know, back into this whole reality, man. We come from the microscopic world. Think about that shit. We come from a sperm and an egg. Like, think about where you came from. In order for you to be here, me looking like, yeah, right. I gotta come from a fucking ugly ass tadpole looking thing that you can't see with the naked fucking eye. Okay. And I go to a piece of me, a piece of that eye, swims up, goes to an egg, creates a spark, boom, and now the existence of me comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Think of that shit, man. All of us, this is how we got here. We come from the microscopic universe. You know, you cut open a human body, we freak the fuck out. Well, that's our universe right there. You know, weird ass creatures inside of our body and shit. Them the aliens. You know, there's a reason why they tell you to look up at the stars with the big ass telescopes, but we got to look in our body with a microscope, vice versa. You know, look at the layers we got to go through to look inside of our body. They got you looking at fucking Mars, Saturn, throwing rockets, $8 billion rockets in this fucking ocean, pretending you're up there while they looking down here inside your ass, figuring you the fuck out to take you over. You know, the travel, their space travels inside your damn body while they think you traveling outside your body. We're going to Mars. No, bitch, y'all probably going to some shit inside of us that's called Mars to take us the fuck over and colonize that shit. You know, people don't think like that. You know, if the human being wasn't so powerful, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing to us, you know? It's crazy, man. You know? It's just fucking wild here, man. You got to look at these. This is what I look. I have conversation with fucking homeless, drug addict bums, and I could talk to people that are wealthy as fuck, rich motherfuckers, you know? And I realize that these are all reflections of me. How could I relate to a fucking homeless bum and a person that's wealthy? If I tell the person that's wealthy that I'm chopping it up with a homeless bum, what do you think they'll say? Oh, I feel bad for them. They don't really give a fuck about them. I really give a fuck about them. They don't care about them, you know? But what I know is, you know what, that's a dynamic of my motherfucking mind that says, I got to work harder to care more about these people. Now, I can go to the homeless guy and say, yeah, I know this rich guy and shit like that. That homeless guy can be like, you know, the fucking rich people, those are the motherfuckers that drive by me in the fucking Bentleys and Lamborghinis and Mercedes and BMWs and shit that roll the window up and look the other way. You know, I've seen it. I've sat out there and seen the people that, you know, that they ain't got no money are the ones more compassionate than the people that got the fucking money. I look at it as dynamic in my own mind. Like, damn, man. Like, wow, this is us right here. It's all us, you know? And it goes into like, what are these fucking people really doing? These psychopaths, own nothing and be happy, control the world, communism. You know, because if you actually break down individuality and communism, you pretty come damn same conclusion. And that's why this shit's starting to look like it's all like one, just with different anger tactics. It's really it's crazy, man. It's like, what are they doing? Do they know our minds are going this way and they just want to control it that way? Because when you look at, you know, when you actually talk to these people that are into this whole way of thinking, it's the same shit we want, you know? But they don't want to have to work for it. And this is the thing. In reality is if you in your true spiritual being, you shouldn't have to work for this bitch. It should just be coming to you. So I can understand that concept. You know, the real true meaning of work is doing what you love to do and getting paid for it and getting compensated for it. Not even paid. Paid could be rewarded, you know, for your works. And when you realize you embody this energy, that's really what the fuck happens. You know, it happens. And me going to Buffalo and doing that shit, it just solidified, like, damn. Because even my kids was like, wow, like literally a couple people had fucking full hands full of money, like here. Like I don't even know if they realized that that was their entire fucking wallet. But it's just like it just shown me like, wow, look at this just from just having this energy. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm very observant, and I've seen just like all I had to do was take it out of the hand, say thank you, I appreciate it, and kept it moving. Because maybe they were in a universal an energy that they embodied that came from us that they just didn't even realize or don't even care. And boom, here's a wad of fucking money. It wasn't dollars. It wasn't like balled up. It was like literally folded up stacks of fucking money. Like I couldn't believe it. And that just let me know. And that's why, like, I don't know, maybe that's the universe is showing me things the past couple of nights because I haven't been able to sleep at all. No sleep. I'm streaming like so much different shit about our reality and like, what's going on. And it's like, it'll come slowly and I'll drop it. But, it's just mind blowing, man. And just to be able to observe these things and know that, if you actually have love, this whole world changes. This is why they're so against love. And they make you center on a woman, on a man, on your kids, on a sport, on a talent, because that way all your love goes to that and that's it. See, if you think about everything people love, it's great. Like people love to dance, they become the greatest fucking dancers in the world. People love art, they become the greatest artists. People love music, they become the greatest musician. People love basketball, they become the best basketball. But guess what? That's where their love stops, and everything else they're shallow in. They may be good in other things, but they're shallow in it because they're centering our love on things instead of each other in this world, in this universe. Could you imagine if people actually loved nature? It'd be 100 motherfuckers, million people saying, no, you're not going to build that Amazon. You fucking crazy. Get that shit out of here. We don't need another Amazon. If people had universal love and universal energy of love, it would infect each other. This is why they have to think about why it's all hatred and negativity, because they know love is the most powerfulest fucking thing ever. Think about when you love something, how what you do and how nothing else matters. And it's so beautiful. And like, you can't even see shit around you because you love doing that so much. Think of that power. When you go back and you think of that power, even in relationship, you think of that love power, how nothing else matters. And then this and that. And then the shit, fizzled out. Boom. Because you couldn't hold that frequency that long because it's supposed to go around. It's supposed to go around and around and around and around and keep coming back. It's a yin and yang. It's perpetual balance. That's why they could never put the yin and yang in our reality. Because you can't. It's a thing of your mind. You can't put the yin and yang on a piece of paper, in a picture. You can't put the yin and yang on a fucking stone wall. You can't do it because now it becomes immovable. It stops. I mean, that's how it's depicted to show us. But in reality, it's just perpetual balance, So, I'm sorry I'm going off a little bit here, but yeah, man, I ain't been able to sleep, man. I just been streaming mad shit. And, the sun's been out. It's beautiful. But, so, but yeah, man, so this is our reality, man. It's stranger than fiction, when you start looking at everything, it really is. And, and then think about what you need to feed your being. Everything that we need to feed in our being that's healthy for us, that does what it does. We don't know. We can't see it. We can't see it. We can't see what's inside fruits and vegetables. All we do is we see it's green or it's fucking colorful. We don't see all the attributes inside. We don't see it all. And that's another thing, but back to what I was saying about free will before I went off and fucking rambling, is we don't come here with free fucking will. We can't just go to the top of a mountain and throw ourselves off. No, that ain't free will. We don't come in here. We can't sit here and say, make my heart stop beating. All right, make it beat again. We can't say, well, make my kidneys do what they do, make my brain fire right. Let me let me hold my breath. Let me exhale. No, we don't do none of that shit. So there's no free will. There's something that's in control of this reality, but we just have embodied and contracted with this physical being. Whatever that shit is, I don't know. I just say contract because, in contract, you've embodied something and you're in it. And, when we go, we out of it. Because before we got here, where were we? Think about this shit, man. Think about this. Have they ever dissected a sperm and went inside and found a brain or an intelligence in a sperm, or took an egg and no, they can't explain this shit, how we got here, what the fuck's going on. They can't explain it. Just like I made a post, and this is the truth. One day I fucking realized when I was 2, I was alive and here, because we don't remember when we were 1, 6 months, a month, a day old. How the fuck we remember that? We don't remember coming out of our mama's womb. So what's really going on? We don't remember coming out of our mom's womb. We don't remember inside of our mom's womb, let alone that shit. Can you imagine that? Oh, we got memories. Yeah, man. When I was in my mom's stomach, man, that was crazy, man. It was fun. I was bouncing around. Well, I was a breech baby. I came out with my foot. That shit hurt like hell. They came inside and they like ripped me out with some fucking contraption. Well, y'all lucky because my mom was screaming and then she wasn't moving. I thought she was dead. And next thing you know, I saw a zipper open and they just snatched me out. And then I was like, whoa, could you imagine if we remember? And then they cut my long wire and then smacked me on the ass. That shit hurt, but I couldn't do nothing. Nobody remembers when they was a fucking baby. And then I'll be over there talking about, well, shit, y'all bullshitting. They took my fucking foot and put this black shit on it and then stomped it on a piece of paper and then took this long ass needle and injected it and thought it didn't hurt. I heard him saying, oh, it doesn't hurt. That shit hurt like hell. No, we don't remember none of that shit. And then don't nobody know about when you're dead. Ain't nobody come back telling us about when they died. So think about this shit. Yeah, man, shit. When I was dead, I was just dead. Think about this stuff, man. What we truly are. When you start doing it, starts to mind fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So, right, Angel. My bad. I ain't even reading the comments. It would be a traumatic ass. That would be our most devastating moment as being born. When you think about it, think about that shit. That would be the most devastating thing. Yeah, man. When they took me from my mom, I was like gone for years. It was like 1 hour, one day they put you in the incubator and put you in the fucking nursery. There were so many other of us crying and screaming for our mothers, and they just thought we was just crying and fussing. But I really wanted my mom, and I was lonely, and I was tormented. It was so sad. I had bad dreams, and there was these doctors coming in, and they were fondling me, and then they chopped my fucking wee-wee off. I mean, think about this shit. It would be a fucked up ass thing. And then some people would be like, yeah, there was a weird guy. He had a thing on his head and a long beard, and he kissed my Peter. It'd be some weird ass shit that we would all have memories of. It'd be the most fucked up traumatic experience. We would be like, never, we wouldn't. It probably wouldn't even be humanity because we wouldn't even want to have no fucking kid if we had memories of that shit. So yeah, that's just me going, that's just me going a little too far. But this is just things that, I think about, man, because our reality is weird. And you understand that we actually all are connected, how people fall in your life and situations come to you. That we're all a piece because, okay, why is this person that's so in line with me here right now? So that something is going on of a frequency, of a connection, of something, numerological, it lines up. With the numbers, it lines up with your journey, your path, everything, So, I don't know. It's like one big fucking video game, It's like one giant video game. So, let me read some comments. That would be a traumatic
Experience, facts. Well, they do sell the word love a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's just they make a cultural idea of love about material sex and nothing. Yep, exactly. That's what they want you to do is center your love energy instead of having it just resonate with you all around. You know, and that's the path I'm on, man. You know, like fuck that. I ain't got time to center and shit. We could have love and you know make it could all work and be just as great. You know. Oh wait, hold on. Shout out to RPM Trey. So let's see. But yeah, man, it's just wild. Now we got this Virginia shit. You know what they're gonna be pushing. The good old gun control garbage. But it does get old and it gets tiring. But you know, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I ain't been able to sleep for shit, man. I just been going. Mine's been going crazy. Like I'll fall asleep early, like out like a light, like a coma and shit. But then at night it's just boom, I'm up. You know, I'm up at like right around the 3 o'clock mark. And you know, like so my mind's like turned on, it's racing, it's running, you know, it's just nonstop, man. So much thought, just shoot. I'm like, shit, I can't even handle it. Something else came through about law and shit that I was looking for. I'm like, whoa, god damn. I'm trying to slow my thoughts down. I just couldn't. There's nothing I could do, man. It was crazy, man. But you know, I don't know why. Just so many thoughts of so many different things, man. That you know, were coming to me, man. About our reality and our connectedness to this existence, and you know, I don't know where it's coming from, but oh, check out. So yeah, so again, shout out to all you guys, and you know, thanks for tuning in with me this AM. I'm about to make some moves, but I'm just keep it rolling for a minute. Hope everybody's taking care because the sickness in the air is floating around. Former Hilton School principal Kirk Ashton was sentenced to 63 years in prison for sexually abusing students. So, oh, that's great. Why don't you put all kind of sexual explicit stuff in the schools? And you know, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Really mind-blowing, guys. Our reality. Like, what is it, man? Next time you look in the mirror, man, look at yourself and be like, man, what the fuck is this? You know? And think about it. You know, you can't observe the inside of you. You can't observe your face only with a mirror. Like, think about if you were things were taken from you. You can only see your reflection in the water. I get it. But the reality is, you can't even see your own face. And we think we're in control of our being. You're not even showing yourself. You know, you can't look at your back. You know, you can't observe yourself from a distance without a camera. You know, you can't do it. You know, and the universe actually is inside of you. You know, people won't understand that concept, but when you actually look at the reality, the universe is inside of you because you project it, you beam it, you feel it, and you're connected to it, and you move with it. You know, there's a reason why we have an astrological projection. It's because when we're born, the minute we come out, boom,
And that first breath of air, which is going through your lungs, which is your light organ, is the time that, I don't know, maybe that's the time you, boom, you're there. You know, I don't fucking know. I'm just hypothesizing. Have I done any research on oxalates? I don't know. Let me see. What is oxalates? No, but shout out to Zach on the information on shout out to Zach on the information to what is it? What the hell am I trying to say? Sorry guys. For the information on the fasting thing. And it's crazy because I've studied the human body like there's nobody's fucking business. I came across that before, but I never put that thought into a diet. So shout out to Zach for, what's it called? Why is it slipping my mind? It starts with an A. Autophagy, yes. And it's crazy because I've came across that, researched it, everything, but I never put it into a diet. Like I understood what the cells do and fasting and all this other shit, and you know, by your body replicating and building up this shit. But I never even, it's like crazy because it never even dawned on me of a diet. And in reality is, this is what I already do. And I was like, wow. I was like, unbeknownst to me, I already do that because I don't eat breakfast. All right. I don't eat anything until, you know, Just Juicing around. I go to Just Juice around 9, 10 or so, sometimes 11. In between that 9, 10, 11 window. And I get a smoothie, which is all fruit, 100% fruit. There's no sugar. And for people that you have to know the difference between sugar and I don't know what to call it. They just named it all these things. But what tastes sweet? All right. There's sugar and there's natural sugar. Not sugar. No, I'm saying that wrong. There's a sweetness that your taste buds get, a stimulation, all right, that is sugar, and there's a stimulation that is sweet, all right, that is like fruits. There's no, I don't care what anybody tells you. There's no, do your research, real research. There's no sugar. I mean, unless it's GMO and they're putting it in the water, all that other stupid shit. I'm just talking about in natural fruits, there's no sugar. All right. There's no sugar in there. All right. And you cannot get fat from eating fruit. It's 100% impossible. You know, first off, your body's only going to allow you to take, all right. But you never get fat off of sweets from fruits. All right. So sugar, you stay the fuck away from. So, you know, I don't have any sugar. So between 9, 10, 11, that's what I have. A smoothie. And then during the day, I'll drink juice. Boom. It's all 100% juice. There's no sugar. So then I eat around 6, 7, sometimes 8, you know, give or take. So I have about a 15-hour window where I'm not eating, you know, because I'm sleeping at, you know, after like 8 o'clock, 9, 10, all the way to 8 o'clock in the morning, that's 12 hours. Then 9, 10, 11, you're getting it right around 15 hours, you know? So this is something sometimes, you know, certain times of the year, I'll have 2 meals in a day, but mostly 1 meal a day. That's it, you know? And that's how I like it. In the summer, it's very easy. In the winter, it's hard, you know, the elements. We also got to look at your diet, always number one. All right, no matter what fucking diet you eat, it ain't gonna work if you got around fucked up people. Human beings are our number one source of energy. Because it don't matter how you eat. If you around a fucked up person, you're gonna be sick. I don't give a damn what kind of diet you want. If you with a toxic motherfucker, a bad relationship, your ass gonna be sick, stressed, and have health problems. 2 is your environment. Because your environment plays a role on your body to be able to intake the food at the right frequency, the right temperature, the right, you know, the right consistency. So those are all the number one factors before the consuming even supposed to happen. And, and it's hard for people to understand that. It's like if you have, an animal in a different fucking place to try to feed them some shit, they ain't eating that shit. They don't eat it. They're already innately known that no, they don't do that. So those are your most important things before you even get to your actual consuming of food. People, environment, then there comes the food. So if your environment is fucked up, all right, it don't matter what the fuck you eat. That shit's still gonna fuck you up. You still gonna be like, why am I this? Why am I that? Why am I this? Well, goddamn, look where you at. Look what you're doing. Your environment is fucked up. You don't got no proper lighting. You're always in the fucking house. You don't breathe right. You're breathing like you're panic mode. You're a mouth fucking breather. You ain't inhaling and exhaling. There's so many factors that goes into health people don't even understand, because you have nitric oxide that forms naturally in your body through your sinuses and nasal passage. Nitric oxide therapy is one of the most healthiest things that you could do to rejuvenate your body, along with a diet. So imagine if you're breathing right. This is why people do yoga and all that other shit. There's just so many factors that goes into, your health and your body, that people don't realize. Like the failed vegans, like I always trash and thrash them. I was like, you dumb bitch, you're a failed vegan because your ass was not really a vegan. You don't understand what you were truly doing. You got in it because it was a fad. No, dumbass, it's a way of lifestyle. Now there's fat vegans. Go take that. How you gonna have a fat vegan? Like overweight, obese ass fucking vegan. That ain't supposed to. That means you got too much sugar. You have too much fucking processed food. Just because it says vegan on it, you're consuming it. You have no knowledge of your own body. You're just going along with the program. Failed vegans are the fucking most fun people that just trash and destroy because they're so stupid. Well, I tried it and I'm like, yeah, where'd you at? Oh, I lived in fucking New York. Well, yeah, what were you doing? I was raw vegan in it. Oh yeah, in the winter too. Yes. Oh, well, let me give you the knowledge behind that. One, it's less oxygen in the winter. Two, there's less sun. It's less sun in the year. Three, it's cold as fuck, and you're not supposed to be having that much cold in your body because you're gonna create heat. Your body's gonna create heat, which is gonna create inflammation because your body's gonna try to fucking warm up because you're eating all cold ass shit all in the winter. I was like, of course you couldn't maintain and do it, and you got sick. You got to know what you're doing. You're out of your environment. Trees leave, you're supposed to leave, And I learn about this, and I battle with it, and I deal with it. That's why I go recharge all the time, because I know and understand the kind of diet that I'm on. So all these factors go into your health. It's so much shit. But again, shout out to Zach with this, because I was like, holy shit, I never really knew about this, and that's 100% accurate and factual, because that's exactly what happens. So it actually had me brush up a little bit on my way. I'm like, well, I already eat, so let me just close that gap to push it. I'm gonna push it to 11, because sometimes I eat late, and I don't like eating late, but just because we get home and it takes a little longer. I don't really like to eat late, but it is what it doesn't matter. I don't get the feelings I felt before when I was eating bullshit and then eating late and going to bed. You got so much, it just feels fucked up. So you could eat late and go to bed, and then your body still does what it does. Though you're not supposed to eat before you go to bed, because your body goes into circadian rhythm, and then it's harder, it's different shit like that. So it's many different things. And that's another thing, it's knowing your body's circadian rhythm. It's a whole lot of shit, It's a whole lot of stuff. So, but and that's another thing is they want us to worry, man. A lot of this shit they put out, they want us to worry. They want us to be reading the fucking package, worried about all this shit, and because it colonizes our mind. It keeps us busy. It keeps us under stress mode. That's why I want to completely just check out this bitch. Fuck it. I need to be in my own garden, in my own place, where I ain't even got to leave this bitch, and I'm good. You know, I'm good over here. I don't got to read the labels to the shit that's already growing in the garden that I decided to go move into. And that's my thing. Shout out to Mateo. I don't want to build a fucking garden. All right? If I have to, I will. But I don't want to build a garden when I have the ability to go to a garden that's already there. The shit's everywhere. Like, that's what I need. That's what I need from my understandings of this reality. I need to be in my garden. You know? I don't need to build one when there's already some around that are way more fruition and way more fucking efficient and accurate and gonna bear for me than me building one. Because then I'm manipulating the laws. You know, I'm doing it. I'm doing it in an environment where I need a greenhouse because I can't grow it in the winter. So I'm fucking up the actual process of it natural. So I already know I need to be in the garden. It's already doing it for me. I don't got to do shit. All I got to do is go get it, you know, and, you know, maintain it, you know, clip little clippings here, give it a haircut there, you know, that's it. It's already doing what it does. I'm not a garden builder. I don't want to build a fucking garden, you know. And shout out to everybody that does. Hey, I'm all for that. I love it. I love people's gardens. I go to their garden. It's like I'm in fucking heaven. You know, my uncle's got a garden, and I'm like over there. I don't even eat chickens. I'm like, I love their chickens. It's dope. I watch their chickens, you know, run around and do what they do in legs and clack, clack, clack. It's fun. And I love their garden. I eat the shit off their garden. But I'm not about to do that. I don't need to, because I know eventually I'm going to get to the garden, you know? So, again, sorry to go off on another fucking tangent, rambling, but anyways. But yeah, man, so shout out to that bit of information, like made me brush it up. Okay, I'm just going to close it and continue to do what I do, you know, because I only eat basically one meal a day. If I extend a lot of energy, maybe I'll eat something extra, but as long as you do it in that period, you're good. Because I ain't, you know, I'm never hungry after I eat anyways, you know, and I can go all the way up to like 3-4 o'clock without even consuming anything anyway. You know, I don't even need anything. There's days I'm like, damn, I didn't even eat. What the fuck? And that's another thing, staying busy, you know. I ain't even eat. You gotta think like, damn, I didn't eat. I ain't hungry. I better eat, because if I eat dinner, I'm not gonna be hungry. You know, that's why we don't ever eat us at a set time. Our shit, we might eat at 6, 9, you know, 7, 5, you know, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You know, that's how we never have nothing set. Like our body's not on that clock. You know, because also if your body's on a clock, you know, and you miss it, it's in a routine. You know, I like to have my shit sporadic. So it's hitting at all different times and things and this and that, you know, because, you know, when things are sporadic, your body can do things at this time. Okay, didn't do this yesterday. Now it's doing this day, you know? So, you know, but, you know, so shout out to that. See what I said about fruit, sugar, and your body aching. Sugar in fruit is not as bad as processed sugar, but it's still gonna take its toll on the body. I mean, you know, from my studies of, you know, there's no sugar in fruits. It's a totally different, you know, it's just like you can go taste some antifreeze. That shit's sweet. I've got antifreeze on my tongue. That shit is sweet, but it ain't sugar. You know, there's things that are sweet that isn't sugar. They have tricked us to believing sugar is in fruit. In reality, it's a totally different substance. You know, that they synopsis and they make different words. Like, just go look at the chemical list of sugar. Fucking blow your mind how many different sugars are. Then to go look at the breakdown and structure of it, and then study the actual fruits themselves. What I do is I go back to the old medical dictionaries of when they have the fruit listed as actual medicines. I think the one I had was from 1890. You know, it's a medical dictionary, and it had fruit in there. And that's where I got a lot of this information from. And they didn't call it, you know, what they call it today. You know, so I got to go back, brush it up, and, you know, make some of those videos. And that's the real shit I would like to be doing, is showing and teaching, than rather sitting here and talking about the fucking LGBT shootings at the fucking QAnon club and shit like that, and all this other dumb shit. I'd like to teach. I want to like bust down my T's and show you guys, and like, yo, this, like the power of this shit. And also another thing that people don't realize is cold and hot, like we want iced coffee or ice and this and that. We're not supposed to be doing that, because your esophagus has to heat up. Your body has to actually heat that shit up, so it's the right temperature for your body. That's why you ever get an ice headache. That's your body it's shocking that shit, because it's, whoa, that motherfucker, that's too cold. And if something's too hot, it just burns your goddamn mouth. Your body has a certain allowance for things, and you have to put things in that, in that wave, that wavelength. You know what I mean? You got to put things in the wavelength, of your body. It's supposed to be, it's like Chinese, Chinese medicine and ancient Vedic medicine. They tell you all about the body and the heat. They're the whole thing of those is wet, heat, dry, cold. It's so simple. Their shit is so simple. It's so simple. But then here comes American fucking bullshit Dr. Fauci science that has all this other shit to hide what's really true and really natural and really easy. Fucking Dr. Fauci science. It's crazy, It's really crazy. So, yeah. Dr. fucking fuckboy science. The 40 years of bullshit, and they hit up all the real shit. Just like I like to go look at old like Hall's shit and like Vicks and like old medicines. You look at it, it's all natural shit in there. Like, where's it all at? Now they took it all out. How the fuck could these people want you healthy when the shit that started their business to make you healthy is not even in there anymore? Mind blowing. Just like I'll never forget when Vicks took out all of that menthol, because they wanted people to be more sick and have more pain, so they come back to him because that Vicks shit worked too good. But here you can get something from China, Japanese medicine, ancient Vedic medicine that is way stronger than Vicks ever was. You put that shit on, you're like, God damn, I am ready to go. I feel like $1,000,000, clears your lungs, your sinuses, every fucking thing. It's amazing. And then you wonder why these people don't walk around sick. They ain't fucking sick. They don't walk around sick. They live long lives. They look healthier, look younger, look better. Better diet. They don't have heart disease, diabetes, and all this other shit. They don't even know what the fuck that is. Even in places like Cuba, they don't even have these diseases. How the fuck a country that's been isolated from the world don't have these diseases? They don't even exist. What's that? Diabetes? No, never heard of kidneys. Fucked up. Dialysis? No. What about Alzheimer's? What's that? They don't know what the fuck this shit is. It's crazy, man. It is fucking mind-blowing, man. And that's just because we're just a bunch of fucking dumbasses, man. But we're all here learning, man. I just can't wait till this bitch collapse, honestly. So we can get the ball rolling. Like, okay, let's figure this shit out. It all collapsed. Okay, everybody, what's up. The conspiracy theorists was all right. So now what? Okay. They were all right. Because no matter what, in the end, people that they call it conspiracy theorists are going to be right. Whether we're dead and gone or in camp, some of us, because I ain't going to be in no fucking camp, they will know, damn, those fucking conspiracy theorists, they were right all along. And they working on this wicked ass technology. I still got to upload these videos. Yo, they got this fucking the video of this factory. They're trying to make fucking incubation machines that birth babies, designer babies. I know we all heard about this, but now they got like a video of the goddamn machine. Like what? There's gonna be no use for human beings. You know, and then the VR, this one fucking psychopath is working on a VR headset that you can die on. Like literally, no physical death. And then there's one that locks on your fucking head. I forgot what movie that is. Locks on your head and it can't come off. If you take it off, you die. Like, yo, this is the new prison. Think about that. That's hell. That's torture. They could do all kind of shit to your mind with that shit. It like links up and connects to your cerebral cortex. This motherfucker, he's in bed. He's helped design Oculus and working. He's actually openly working on this technology. They're telling us this shit. I'm like, yo, these are new prison. They're like, yo, you're sentenced to 40 years in prison, or you could put this VR headset on and sit in your fucking house. And it's gonna be a literal hell. You know? Yeah, man, this shit's crazy, man. So, you know. So, but yeah, I'm about to get ready to wrap this up. Cause I got shit to do. I think I'm about to take a fucking nap, man. But again, shout out to all you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Zach for taking time out to tune in and dropping the jewels and the knowledge and shit. And you know, it's good, man. People take the advice. You know, I give people advice all the time. I've been helping people out for years. You know, people always thank me. Oh man, you've helped me do this and do that. And you know, I didn't help you do anything. And there's another thing. I don't help anybody do nothing. So I love the thank yous and stuff, but all I'm doing is showing you your own self. That's it. And by me showing you yourself, I'm actually showing myself to me. You know what I mean? It's not a selfish way of thinking it, but it's like I'm showing you. And by you changing is showing you me that I've changed. That's all it is. So when you show somebody, you help them, like, you know, you show with something, or you know, they say thank you, oh man, you helped me, or I lost weight, or you helped me with this ailment. I didn't help you do anything. Was I sitting there feeding you? Did I sit there and, you know, do this? No, you did it all. I just gave you the power that you already had. And that's what this whole thing about is in this universe. This is all universal knowledge. We're all helping each other. You know, we're all connected. You know, all this knowledge, we're not like making knowledge out of the thin air. It's already here. We're just unlocking it. Shit that's been hidden from us, we're unlocking it. Shit that they haven't even tapped into, people are tapping into. People have been doing that forever, but they've been hijacked and stolen, and then they disappear. You know, that's just, the knowledge is already here. You know, we just tapping into it. We're sharing it collectively, you know. So, but yeah, I'm getting ready to, like, you know, bust these teas down into different formulas, and it's just so much that I want to put into it. It's like knowledge. It's not just, okay, these are the teas. No, this is the teas, and this is everything that's in it, and this is what every single herb does, and this is what they all do when they are combined. You know, so I want to do it. Every tea that I have is going to be like a book attached to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to give people the knowledge. And, you know, this is the tea. You know, this is it. This is all it takes. You know, and one of my things I do plan on doing is you know, I would like to give that, you know, to the public. You know, I mean, I have all the ability and connection to do it now. Like, I can literally go somewhere tomorrow and say, look, can I do my teas here? You have this open space. They'll say yes. Yeah, here. Yeah, you're more than welcome. And it's already a health place. It's already a natural spot. They already have natural herbs in there. So it's like a 100%. They're going to, you know, it would take off like there's nobody's business. You know, it's just me sitting there and doing it, you know. But I mean, that is a thing that I am going to do. It's just a matter of when, you know, because people are searching for alternatives, you know. And and that's another thing. They're trying to regulate more and more on natural herbs. That goes to tell you, man, these people are dangerous. If they gotta regulate and ban herbs, man, that's fucked up, man. But yeah, so everybody keep doing your thing, keep smacking them fucking demons out of people. You gotta do it, but do it in a a good way, a knowledgeable way, because all the shit I have, people are like, damn, people that know me be like, man, you just fucking thrashed his ass. I was like, yeah, did you see how nice they were about it? Because I don't come with like, oh, fuck you, you fucking idiot, motherfucking stupid fuck dumbass. No, I might use all those words, but I done said it so real and so direct that they understand, like, damn, that was real shit you just told me. Yeah, I mean, you're going to come to me and tell me something about this, and I'm going to give you the real, and I'm going to tell you, well, why you think that happened? People's, man, my fucking back hurt, da-da-da. I say, well, shit. First off, you ain't in the healthiest weight. I mean, I know you drink and you smoke and you do all this other shit. There's some other shit to add to that. Your diet's not right. I said, it is what it is, man. You got to change your diet, change your ways, your body. Yeah, I've been hearing people say that, man. That's really, really real, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, think about it. These motherfuckers want to kill you, man. So what? You want to, you want them to kill you? It ain't nobody's fault but yours. As I got an impatient Rochester Black Cloud motherfucker behind me beeping their horn because they don't have no patience, because they got to get to the spot to get their next fix of their addiction to cover up how dark and cloudy it is over here. And sure enough, they were going to that store. That store has got nothing but alcohol and things to smoke in there. Nothing good in that store except for the boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts. Hey, I rock out with the boiled peanuts. I know, I get it. They're high in motherfucking sodium, but once in a while, I gotta have a boiled peanut fix. So yeah. So keep smacking demons out of people, giving them the real. They can only do anything but plant seeds, and they'll grow later. But much love to you guys, and I might be back on this evening because I think some shit gonna come to me. Maybe I'll go stream this evening. Zach said he's not doing TFR tonight, so I normally watch TFR. So, I might stream tonight. I might do TFR. I do my own TFR. So, yeah, I might, but I might not. But I stick to the might not, and if I do, shout out to you. I gotta back up because this truck is not making this turn. Oh, you are doing TFR. I thought you said you weren't doing TFR. My bad. So yeah, I won't be streaming tonight then. So yeah, I kind of I don't stream when you're doing TFR because we all rock out with each other. So but all right, guys, I'm about to go. Peace and love, and much love, everybody.